Hello, this is Ella here. Hey everyone, happy day to you. I was just gonna come on here and talk about how to publish on Amazon in 5 easy steps. And by easy, I mean a lot of work and well, the writing part. Okay, let's get on it. This is Ella from All Writers Welcome, and I just want to talk about a couple of things. First, I want to mention if you've thought about self-publishing and you haven't known exactly, what the difference is between self-publishing and traditional publishing and independent publishing, there's actually another video. If you go to the side and the Facebook page under videos, I've made a video that goes down the difference between independent publishing, traditional publishing, and self-publishing, and it's got a lot of good information. So go ahead and check that out if you have a question about that. But this video is about how to publish on Amazon in 5 steps. And it's actually easier than you think. So let's get into it. Okay, so the first step is write your book. And this is a step that's a little bit harder. It's maybe not 5 easy steps. That's why I didn't put easy in, because I was like, the first step is writing and revising your book. And that's not an easy step. It's a tough step, but you'd have to do that regardless of what kind of publishing you were going to do. So let's just say, write your book is the first step. Okay. The second step, which from this point on, it gets a little bit easier. And again, if you have any questions, go ahead and put them in the comments and it'll come up and I'll see it and we'll see if we can help you out. Okay, the second step to self-publishing your book on Amazon is formatting your book. And Amazon has a free Kindle book that takes you through step by step how to format your book. When I wrote my book, I think it took me a couple hours to format it. And if you're really on the ball and you haven't started writing your book at all yet, you can go get the Amazon book about how to format and self-publish, and you can actually format it in advance. So you set up all the parameters in your document so that it's already formatted. So then at the end, all you have to do is do a little bit of table of contents, and it's actually a lot easier than I thought it would be. I read the book and I just followed its like step-by-step instructions. And I had the Kindle like page open here on one window and I had my book open on a different window. And I was just like, okay, step by step, a lot easier than you think, which was really, really comforting. Okay, step 3 is make a book cover. You're going to sell your book on Amazon. People have to see it. So you're going to make your book cover, or of course you can hire somebody to make your book cover, and that's what you need for that. Doesn't have to be that difficult. I think Amazon even has some templates in there that you can just go with their templates. I don't necessarily recommend that, but if it's a choice between getting it out there and not getting it out there, go ahead and use a template. Also, a really great place to do book covers is on Canva, canva.com. They have really great template book covers that are really inexpensive. Okay, step number 4 to self-publishing your book is write a book description. Now, the book description, normally would be the thing on the back of the cover. And that's kind of your teaser to get people to read your book. But fortunately, like the back of the cover is only so big, right? You only have like this much space, like one or two tiny paragraphs. But on Amazon, you could write a whole, almost like a sales page for your description. It can have the description. It can have some reviews, quotes of reviews if people have really enjoyed it. You can have all kinds of things that made people want to buy it. So what you want to do for step 4 is write your book description. And again, you would do that anyways if you were doing it. Well, you wouldn't be doing it if it was traditional publishing. Probably someone would do it for you. But again, you know what it looks like and it's not that hard to do. Okay, step number 5 is to upload all your stuff to Amazon. So upload your formatted book, upload your book cover and, copy and paste your description into where the Amazon description is going to be and press publish. You have to choose a pricing, but it's really like in terms of the just getting it done and getting it out there, it's a lot easier than you think. And the reason I'm doing this video is because there's a few people in the group who are like, I'm not sure, do I want to self-publish or not self-publish, or what's happening here? And I wanted to make everybody aware that it's not as complex or complicated as you would think. But if you do have some concerns about self-publishing, go ahead and ask the questions. Or Megan and I are actually developing a program called the Write, Market, and Publish Your Book program. And in this program, we're going to go through writing, marketing, publishing, and the intention and the program ends on October 30th when everybody pushes that publish button on Amazon, and their book goes out into the world. And so that we'll have Megan as a writing coach, and she'll be coaching everybody through the writing. I will help with the marketing and the self-publishing. So that way on October 30th, when you publish your book, you have dozens, maybe hundreds of people already ready to buy it. And in that, we'll walk through the 5 steps of self-publishing together. And again, those steps are write your book, format your book, make your book cover, write your book description, and upload and publish it to Amazon. And you won't be doing that on your own. You'll have us to be doing it with you. If you're interested in finding out just more about the program, go ahead and sign up for the webinar that we've got I have put a link to the webinar in the comments. So you just click on that and sign up to come to the webinar tomorrow at 11 a.m. Pacific or at 2 p.m. Eastern. Now, if you're watching this video on some other day, obviously that webinar might not be there, but for today, you can go to the webinar and find out more about how to write, market, and publish your book. Now, we are offering a calendar, so you know exactly what we're going to do week by week, and you can get that free regardless of whether you sign up for the program or not. If you're like in the mode of like, hey, it's time. It's time. I've been writing, I've been thinking, I've been researching, I've been revising and reviewing, and it's time for me to get my book out there. Go ahead and sign up for the webinar, and you can get a free calendar starting from the end of this month going to October. And it includes the marketing on the calendar. It includes the what to do for publishing on the calendar, like the schedule of publishing. And it includes how you would have to write, like your schedule for everything is on the calendar. Now, does anybody have any questions about the 5 steps to publishing, or any other questions? If there's anything I can help you with, I'm here and ready to help. So again, this is Ella, All Writers Welcome, talking about the 5 steps to publishing. And I went through those steps, and I'm happy to review them one time. The first step is write your book. Step 2, format your book. And the formatting, again, is easy. You just go to Amazon. They have a free book. It has step-by-step instructions on how to format your book. If you're really on top of it, you can always format it in advance. So you go to Amazon's book, and it tells you how to format it. And then as you're writing your book, it's formatting itself appropriately. It's a lot easier than you think. I did it for my book, and I was really a little bit nervous about formatting. And then when I went through the step-by-step, I was like, oh, not as hard as I thought it would be. Yes. Anybody have any questions? Put them in the comments. Step number 3 is make a book cover. And there's a lot of great places that you can do that. You can do that on Canva. They have a lot of great templates. Or I actually have a how to make your own ebook cover course if you're interested in that. Or, you could hire somebody. There's a lot of options. Step number 4 is to write a book description. And that's the thing that you would have on the back of your book. Oop, there's my mom. On the back of your book, you'd have but that's what would be on the back of the book. And instead, you're going to put it on your sales page or on your book's page. It's like a sales text. So it's kind of like your copy. And step number 5 is to upload your book and publish it on Amazon. And it's really that simple. It's not as hard as you think to publish your book. The hardest part is obviously the writing. That's the hardest part. But once you get that done, it's not that many steps to go and get it out there. It's just not that difficult. And I'm passionate about this because I want everybody to, do what's in their heart and do what their dream is and fulfill their bucket list of writing and publishing a book. And I love to read books. And so I'm like, more books, please, you guys, more. So does anybody have any questions about how to self-publish your book? Also, Megan and I are doing a program. Let's see. Megan. Yes, we're doing a program. And she says, there are so many secrets we want to tell you to make the writing easier. That's right. The writing is the hardest part, but Megan is brilliant. And I say this all the time at reverse engineering things so that when you have an end goal and you need help to make the writing easier, she can do that for you. And before you know it, you've written something that was supposed to be really hard. And it's like, whoa, thanks. Okay, we have a question from Liz. How do I do it good? Publishing is pretty fun and easy. Marketing is where I just lay down and try not to think about it. Yeah, the marketing, it can be very overwhelming, especially if you don't know exactly what to do. So, Liz, we're going to actually go through some of the marketing steps tomorrow on the webinar. And if you sign up for the webinar and you can't make it at that time, there will be a replay. But the marketing, the intention is in the program, and you can do this as well on your own with the calendar that we're giving, 10 minutes a day of specific marketing tools. And so it's not like, what do I do? We will be telling you, if you do this specific thing, 10 minutes a day, and there's a few things to do, but it's not going to be like, what do I do? It's going to be like, this is what you do. And all you have to do is for 10 minutes a day. And if you do it every day for 10 minutes, then by the time you publish your book, you've already done all this marketing to build up awareness and people who are wanting to read it. And so if you just do that, then it'll turn out. So we're going to go through what those 10 minutes a day are, but it's a really big topic to cover right now. So I encourage you to sign up for the webinar and see what some of the things we're talking about. Okay. Any other questions? Oh, yay! Thanks, because that's where we're going to go into it in a little bit more in depth. And it's going to be really good information tomorrow. Any other questions, you guys? Because I'm here, and we're going to be doing a few of these Q&As, and I'm here to talk about marketing. I'm here to talk about writing and publishing and your book. Yep. Boop, boop, boo. I can do a dance. If there's no, do a little dance. No, if there's no questions, I'm going to go. But yes, I'm here to talk about From All Writers Welcome, the Facebook group. I'm here it's me and Megan, and we're the hosts of this group. And we're here to help you guys to write and market and publish your book. We've designed a program for people who are ready to get it out there, like you're ready to have your book, instead of just being on your computer or instead of just being in your head and you're ready to get it done, we are designing a program for people who are like, yep, it's time. I'm tired of waiting. I'm tired of letting my fears rule whether I get this thing complete or not. That's kind of where I'm at. I'm like, I have been wanting to write a book for so long. I have a shelf right here next to me full of books about writing, and I've never written a fiction book. And I'm like, I'm done. It's time. It's time for me to write that book, do the marketing, and get it out there. So if you're in that same boat and you want to hear more about how Megan and I are planning on doing this and our calendar for the Write, Market, Publish, and Publish Your Book program, tomorrow we're doing a webinar. We'll answer all those questions, and there's a calendar. You'll actually, if you come to the webinar, you will get a calendar for publishing your book on October 30th. And it goes by week, what you need to do writing, what you need to do marketing, and what you need to do publishing week by week from now until October 30th. And so that's a great resource, regardless of whether you want to do the program or not. And so if you sign up for the webinar, you can get that tomorrow. Okay, Megan says, so if you do the math right, by the time you hit publish, you'll have done 20 hours of marketing for your book. So that's presuming, you stick to the calendar. So if you start at the end of June and you go through October 30th and you just do 10 minutes a day, you'll have done 20 hours of marketing, which 10 minutes a day, anybody can spend 10 minutes a day on Facebook. Like we all pretty much do. But what if you had an intentional 10 minutes a day that was just marketing? And you knew exactly what you needed to do. So that's what you can find out. Yep. So if there's no more questions, I will see everybody. Again, if you do have questions, you can go ahead and leave them in the comments and I will answer them in the next Facebook Live. Again, this is Ella from All Writers Welcome. So glad to have you here. So glad to have so many people that are passionate about writing. Regardless of what you do the program or not, we hope that you have that you are getting the support you need to live a fulfilled and creative writing life. Okay, thank you. See you around. Bye.